Welcome to today's online business building tip where I'm going to discuss the concept of what the best small business ideas are. And I'm going to take you down a little bit different direction because once you know the information I'm about to share with you, finding the best small business ideas and finding which business you will be in and you want to be in, the one that's really going to work for you, is just going to be infinitely easier. Essentially, what I want to discuss today is how to avoid the learning trap. So what is the learning trap? Here's the idea. Business ideas are everywhere, yet your brain will fool you. Especially when people are getting into business online, one of the biggest things they get sucked into is the concept of going and learning the depth of every business, doing a massive amount of due diligence, or diving in real quickly and attempting to learn a particular business without an understanding of their own physiology. And here's the idea. I call it the trap of learning, and the trap of learning is this. Your brain will release a chemical called dopamine every time you're learning something. And it's a reward for learning. In fact, it feels good. And you get caught in this trap that learning is actually going to produce something on the other end, because what happens is when you stop learning, you start implementing, you get really bored. And you think, okay, this isn't working. I need to go back and learn something because there's something I don't know. So you start this learning process all over again. Basically, you're thinking that you'll learn the best business idea secret, and it's limiting. It truly is. You have to understand, like I said, your own physiology. You have to get into the stopping of learning and into boredom, into monotony, applying something. You've got to realize that there are some basic fundamentals. I talk about it in a lot of my other videos, in my training, in my one-on-one coaching, and I do literally free 15-minute business consultation where I can point you towards the right businesses. But I see it every day. People just literally are not in the mode of choosing the proper business that they can license and leverage, and then being in business tomorrow in implementation mode. What's the answer? I've basically already said it. It's getting a leveraged system, or really, people use the word franchise. You can consider it an online franchise. They don't really call it that, but conceptually, you're leveraging a business as an online affiliate where someone has already created the entire business for you, all the web pages, all the sales materials, all the email follow-ups, and it's all implemented technically through that business. So all you have to do is license it. All you got to do is lease it. You literally lease it today, you're in business tomorrow. And I teach people exactly how to do that. You get into boredom mode, and don't take that negatively. That's where you need to be, implementing the business, because that's where the money gets spit out. If you're constantly in this learning circle, this learning trap as I call it, that's all that's going to happen. And you've got to realize that you're being awarded for that. You're being rewarded by your brain with the drug called dopamine. It literally makes you feel good. And I would suggest if you're feeling good and you're in that learning mode, it's not where you're going to be profitable. Here's the question, why? Because all of your effort must be in implementing, not learning what might be best. You've got to leverage a system, leverage the right one through referrals, recommendations, and then literally implement it. You're not allowed, you shouldn't allow yourself to go out and continually try to learn, because guess what learners do? They get in that mode and they never get into implementation. A lot of learners, habitual learners, and most people are busy and broke. Busy learning, broke because learning does not produce money. So I just wanted to share that concept with you. So before you even launch into the concept of what is the best small business idea, I think now you know it should be a leverage system, but also be aware that you should not allow yourself to continue to learn and let the drug called dopamine be released to your brain and reward you for learning. You've got to get into implementation. That's where the money has come for me, and I know that's where it will come for you. That's it for today's business building tip. I'll see you in the next episode.